Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Matters with Maddison. Today, we are going to be doing a smart ring review. We are going to be going over the new Ultrahuman ring. This is a smart ring. I will start off with this is unsponsored, this is unbiased, and I've had the ring for 4 months. As a consumer, there's nothing that bugs me more when I am looking up information on how products actually stand up and hold up over the test of time, because you know that your girl is a quality over quantity type of consumer. When I look for reviews on things and people start with, I've had this for 1 week. It's not that I don't appreciate the time you took to make this review. It's just after 1 week, you haven't even had to charge it yet. We don't really have a good picture. I need some time to figure out the things I like, I don't like, all of those things. So without further ado, let's jump into it. I will be transparent in this. This was gifted. With that being said, if it wasn't gifted, I had already looked into purchasing it. They sent it to me with no expectation of me ever using it. It was gifted to me through a management company. I have had no contact with the brand personally or directly. This is entirely unbiased. This is my personal opinion, and you guys know me, I'm so honest. Small, funny side tangent about the honesty. I'm the type of honest person. I told my girlfriend the other day that I was going to the gym, and when I talked to her later, my day just kind of went awry. On the phone, I said, I have to tell you this. I didn't actually make it to the gym today. She was like, that's okay. You'll make it up this week. That's fine. And I was like, I know, I told you I was gonna go to the gym. And she was like, yeah, dude, it doesn't make a difference to me. My brain was like, you said it, you have to own it. It's my whole existence. With the Ultrahuman ring, one thing that I loved right off the bat though, when you go onto the website, when you look at the rings, when you look at all of the different colors, they're all gonna be priced the same. If you've looked at any comparables or any other competitors, you'll notice that the finish on the ring pricing is not the same, whereas with Ultrahuman, it doesn't matter what color you want, the rings are $349, which I personally, as a consumer, really appreciated. As a Canadian consumer, one thing I really loved about the Ultrahuman ring is that when I ordered it, as a Canadian consumer, you never really know when you're ordering from a company you haven't ordered from before if when it arrives you're gonna owe shipping or duty on it. It did take, I want to say, a couple weeks for the ring to actually come in. I believe they're made to order. Once the ring arrived, there was no duty on the order, which we also love and appreciate. So the duty is included in your purchase price of the product. Again, gold star, we love that. Second piece of this is when your ring arrives and you download the app. This is the other big bonus to the Ultrahuman rings. When you download your app is completely free. Once you purchase your ring, you don't need a paid app to actually have access to the data that your ring is tracking, which when you look at a lot of the other comparable products out there, things like Aura, for your Aura ring to be useful in any way, you have to have the Aura app, which is a paid app. Whereas with Ultrahuman, once you buy your ring, which is actually more affordable in the first place, the app is free, which we also love. Now, because I've used both, I had my Aura ring for about 2 years and wore it consistently, and I've been using the Ultrahuman ring now for about 4 months. I can say this very objectively. I've used both. I'm super familiar with both apps, and I can give you a good, accurate idea of data on each app. Now, both apps track your sleep data. The Ultrahuman app actually, personally, I found gave me more data. So the one really nice thing that I like about the Ultrahuman app, when you go through your sleep cycle, it doesn't just tell you what you had for light sleep, REM sleep, and deep sleep. Do not use me as a comparable here. I would say I'm a very healthy human being, by the way, but I'm showing you the inside of my health metrics right now. But sleep is one thing that I'm not great with, which is why I wanted to have the Ultrahuman ring. It is not because I am not in bed for enough time at night. It's just that is one area that I'm not the best with. We're here for the review, not to tell me I'm a terrible sleeper. I'm kind of like a toddler. If you are listening to this though, I will try and explain everything as much as I can, but if you're watching this along on YouTube, I will put screenshots up here for you. When you look at the sleep data, it gives you your light sleep, your REM sleep, and your deep sleep, but one piece that I really love about the Ultrahuman app is that it actually tells you how many sleep cycles you're getting a night, which is really nice. I can kind of tell now when I'm getting good restful sleep and when I'm not getting good restful sleep. And it's really nice to be able to look at your health metrics and then evaluate what you did the day before. Okay, what did I do that actually poured into having good restful sleep? If you guys know me, you know that I love taking cold showers. And one thing that actually changed to help with my sleep at night was I used to take cold showers at the end of the day, just when I was showering before bed, because I like showering before bed. I still shower before bed, but I don't take cold showers before bed anymore. Cold showers will help increase your dopamine levels throughout the day, but they keep your dopamine levels higher, and they also force your body to warm yourself up after, and that in itself is actually not good for your body going to sleep. So I take my cold showers in the morning, and then I just take a get clean shower for normal reasons at the end of the day before I go to bed, but I don't crank it to cold anymore right before I go to bed, and that made a big difference with my sleep. The next piece of the Ultrahuman ring, as a Canadian, is that you know that after October, it's dark. It's just dark all the time. And if you are someone that works a conventional 9 to 5 job, there is months of the year where you're going to work in the dark and you're leaving in the dark. So we're really not getting the opportunity at all throughout the day to get natural vitamin D. The app has an add-in to track your vitamin D, and then it will actually tell you what you need to get throughout the day. And that helps you know when you need to supplement, what you need to be supplementing with, so that you can just have a better read on your own personal needs, making sure that you get enough vitamin D within the day, whether that's from a happy lamp or going for a walk outside, which is ideal, but not always an option for people, or adding vitamin D in with your supplements in the morning does make a big difference. One thing that I do personally throughout the year is I have just a little happy lamp, and when I get up in the morning and I'm getting ready, just first thing, I turn it on in my bathroom because I have other light in there, but I leave it kind of right by my mirror. So when I'm brushing my teeth, brushing my hair, it's directly facing me. You do want to make sure that you have exposed skin to that for your body to actually absorb that. The tougher part in winter as well is that when we're going out in the winter, we don't have as much sunlight in the first place, but then also we're covered in long pants, long coats, we've got mitts and toques, and we really have no skin exposed. So having something like a happy lamp or supplementing with vitamin D does make a big difference in how we feel. Next up in the app, it also will track your circadian rhythm. We'll get to know your body. This is the other piece that I never understand when people do these reviews one week in. The app hasn't had enough time with you to understand you. So they are smart rings. They get to know you. They get to know when you go to bed, when you need to be getting up, what your best sleep window is, and it will give you little encouragements as well. So I have a sleep alarm set on my phone, and I would highly, highly encourage everyone to add a bedtime alarm. If you want to be able to get up at the same time every morning and you want to feel good in the morning, the best way that we can do that is by making sure that we go to bed at the same time. Your body's really reliant on having the same sleep schedule. So you will feel the best if we have the same routine all the time. And I know for a lot of us, we kind of go through life with that understanding that, well, we get up early during the week, but then we sleep in on the weekends. That makes it harder for you to get up early come Monday morning. If we keep the same sleep schedule and go to bed consistently within the same 1 hour window throughout the entire week, you get better quality sleep, you are more rested, your body falls into a much better rhythm. So your body actually gets in tune with what you're doing. It knows when it needs to be awake, when it needs to be asleep. It can predict what you have going on, when it needs to have energy, when it needs to be powering down. If you're someone that struggles with energy throughout the day or having restless sleep, not great sleep, try and set a consistent sleep schedule, and that I promise will make a world of difference. Now, the other key feature of the Ultrahuman rings that I really like is that it tracks our exercise. Now, that's why I used to wear smartwatches back in the day, like my Apple Watch, my Fitbit watch, things like that. But those also vibrate. They light up and they do other things, and we're just not here for that. I do not need more devices that tell me that I have things happening that day. I know what I gotta do today. It's on my laptop, it's in my phone, it's in my calendar, it's on my physical day planner because your girl does both. I know, but I don't need another flashing, vibrating thing to be telling me. I just wanna go to the gym, put my phone on Do Not Disturb, track my workout, crush my workout, and leave. One thing I will say when I first got the ring, and this has since changed, one thing I didn't love about the ring when I first got it was you couldn't backtrack your workouts. And if I could remember to hit start in my app every time I worked out, that would be a glorious state. But the amount of times that I forget because I just get to the gym, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, head down, crush my workout, and leave. But then I have forgotten to track said workout. And when I first got the ring, that wasn't a feature. You couldn't actually go in and backtrack your workouts to log them, but now you can, which I really love. So if you forget to track your workout one day when you're at the gym, not a big deal. You just go in, log it for the day that you were there or the time that you were there. The other thing that I really love about the app as well is that it will pick up on when you're doing things. So if you go outside and go for a walk, a lot of times if I don't track it, I'll get a little message and notification and it will say, did you go for an outdoor walk today? Did you go on a hike today? Did you do XYZ? And you can go in and log them. It also has everything under the sun in there. I think you can track everything from sledding in the snow to chores. It really has everything in there. So what I'll do when I'm going to the gym is I'll actually track my cardio and my strength training separately, so it can track my heart rate separately within there as well. Your girl is very proud of herself. My cardio age is a little bit younger than my actual age. The app also does track your calories burned within the day. One thing I will say with this is if you're looking at your calories burned within the day, that is not a good indication of what you need to be eating. There have been a ton of studies done on this, but any calorie tracking devices, so either our watches, rings, whatever they are, have a very large margin of error. And it's not that this information isn't useful, but we want to use this more as a comparison than anything else. So if you see that one day you're burning way more calories than another, or you have one day where your calories burned are a lot lower, that's a good indication that your activity level's down. We need to be picking up the pace a little bit, doing a little bit more, keeping our bodies moving, those pieces, not looking at that information and going, okay, I know that I can eat exactly this many calories because my ring said I can. It really is more of a metric of our activity level and our progress versus our actual nutritional intake. Now, I've had this ring for about 4 months now, and if you watched my Oura ring review, you'll know that one piece that I was really disappointed with was how my ring actually wore. Because I paid another $200 US just to have a gold ring instead of having a silver ring, I really expected my gold coloring on the ring to hold up well and be a better quality. After 4 months, my ring's actually held up really well, and you have to keep in mind that I do everything with my ring on. I am not someone who is going to baby products. I'm someone that wants a good quality product. I will pay more for it because I want it to hold up, but then I want to do life with it. It tracks my workouts, so I'm not going to take it off when I'm doing deadlifts at the gym. Some gold stars to Ultrahuman because the gold coloring has held up so much better on this ring, and I weightlift with this. I do everything with this. I do all of my lovely home projects with this. Everything that could be hard on a ring, I wear this for. So it does have a few little scratches on it, but nothing major. It's held up really great so far. I'm very impressed with the quality of the coloring on it and the quality of the ring. Next up is the battery life. So these rings, one other piece that I really love about them versus something like an Apple Watch was with my Apple Watch, I could never track my sleep data because I would have to charge it every night. The charge would only hold for a day, whereas with something like this, I only charge it every few days, and it really doesn't need that long on the charger either. So the nice thing about them is you're putting them on the charger for maybe 20 minutes. So what I normally will do is I'll take it off when I'm going to take a shower, every couple days, every few days, let it charge, and then when I hop out of the shower, I'll just put it back on. I usually get about 3 days out of a charge. The more active I'm being and the more workouts I'm tracking, the more it will drain the battery. If I have a less active week, sometimes I can get away with 4 or 5 days. If I have a more active week where it's tracking workouts and I'm hiking and maybe it's tracking for 4 to 5 hours during the day, then I find that I do have to charge it more within the week. Either way, the charge is really short, so as long as I throw it on when I'm taking a shower, I just leave my charger in my bathroom. It works out really well. Now, one feature within the app that I actually was very pleasantly surprised about is there's a section where you can go through guided breath work, guided meditation, and guided workouts. For someone that is just starting out with workouts, just starting out with breath work, meditation, any of these pieces, these are such incredible tools. Very similar to what you would see on YouTube or other platforms like that, but it's all built into the same app, which is really nice. I love their guided breath work. That is one piece that I've really been working on. And then the other piece is the guided stretching because I do not hold my stretches for as long as I should. I swear counting to 10 in my head and 10 actual seconds are different. It's kind of like how cardio minutes are longer than a regular minute. A regular minute in a day flies by in 2 seconds, but a cardio minute is, I swear, it's 1 hour. 1 minute on the treadmill is 1 hour in real life. I don't make the rules, it's just how it goes. Again, there's no additional cost in the app for that, which is just another added bonus of the Ultrahuman ring. There's also so many new features coming out in the app all the time. So that is one other piece. You can add extra pieces in if you want to track your caffeine window, your sleep window, your circadian rhythm. There's so many different add-ons. You can really customize the app. So because I'm a woman, I want to track my cycle. When I was using the Oura ring, I had another app called Natural Cycles that it would sync with, and that would track my cycle for me. But there were 2 apps, and not only were they 2 apps, they were 2 paid apps. So I couldn't just go into one place and kind of see my metrics and see what was going on. Ultrahuman will still track your temperature every morning, and it tracks your cycle within the app, which is nice. So you don't need 2 apps, you just have everything right there in one. That has been my experience with Ultrahuman so far. As a consumer, I have loved my experience with them. I honestly can't say enough great things. Again, this is not sponsored. They are not paying me to say this. I am just some random floating person on the internet to them. If you were debating between a couple different smart rings, I can only speak for the ones that I've used, so the Oura ring and the Ultrahuman ring. When it comes to both of the rings, for starters, the Ultrahuman ring is a way better price point, but then even within that, when you look at both of the apps, I found that the Ultrahuman ring gave you better metrics, better data, and way better value because you're getting so much more in the app and you are not paying for it. When you buy your Aura ring, you then have a lifetime commitment to paying for that app. When you buy your Ultrahuman ring, you have paid for the product already, which as a consumer, I would much rather know what my upfront cost is. 10 out of 10, I highly recommend the Ultrahuman ring. If you have any other questions for me, don't hesitate to ask. But without further ado, I will see you in the next one.